Welcome back, guys. So question number 20 of our book, in which we are asked to find the series element or elements that must be in the enclosed container, which is here. So that is basically the enclosed container to satisfy the following conditions. Okay, so conditions are basically mentioned here as part A and B. So in first condition here is that the average power to the circuit is 300 watt. Okay, and in second part we are told that the circuit has a lagging power factor. Okay, so here in order to approach this type of question, what we have to do, first of all, let me calculate this theta. Okay, because theta is one of the very important terms here in order to find the nature of the power factor. Okay, so initially what we have given here, we are given the current, we are given the total voltage, and the resistor which is in series with this impedance, let me call it z of x. Okay, so we have to find out z of x according to our conditions which are mentioned here. Okay, so here the average power of a circuit is also given, that is 300 watt. So I know that P is equal to the IV cos of theta. Okay, where this cos of theta, okay, this term here is the power factor. Okay, so we have to find it out. So in order to find it out, what we have to do, let me calculate this cos of theta, and cos of theta is P divided by IV. Okay, let me put their values here. So P is the required average power is 300 watt. Okay, divided by the value of voltage which is 120. Okay, and the value of current is 3, so that is now 300 divided by 360. Okay, and it would be equal to, let me calculate it. So 300 divided by 360 is how much? That is 5 by 6 or 0.83. so that is now 0.83. so that is the value of cos of theta. The cos of theta is equal to 0.83. okay, and the value of theta from this expression is cos inverse of 0.83. okay, so let me calculate it again here. So cos inverse of this is 0.83, that is how much? So this is basically 33.9 degrees. 33.9 degrees, and that is this theta. Okay, so the value of theta is 33.9, while according to this condition that the circuit has a lagging power factor, the power factor is already known, and that is 0.83. while when it will be lagging, so we will see that the voltage will lead while the current will be in lagging situation. So therefore I here will have the value 3 amperes, and the angle associated with it will be minus 33.9 degree, because of the same reason which I have mentioned in our previous video. Okay, so that is the value of current. Now in order to find out the value of this impedance, what I have to do, I have all the required values which should be here in order to find the total impedance, because the total voltage is known, total current is known. So I can very easily find out the total impedance from this circuit as well. So therefore I have to make this circuit like here, this is the voltage source, while this one is the total impedance, and inside of it I have this resistor and this z of x as well. Okay, so that is now 2 ohm. Okay, and the total overall impedance here is z naught, which is basically 2 plus z of x. Okay, so why am I transforming this circuit into this one? Because the current which is given here is the total current. Okay, that is the total current which this circuit is now getting, okay, and that is also the total voltage which has been applied across the total impedance, okay. So therefore we cannot separate out this 2 ohm resistor from the overall impedance. So therefore I want to find out the total impedance here Z naught, okay. So in order to find the Z naught by using the Ohm's law, this point will be somehow clear now again, because according to the Ohm's law, E is equal to I Z naught, okay, or the value of Z naught, which is the total impedance connected with this voltage source, is E divided by I, okay. Let me put their values here. So it would be 120 degrees divided by the value of current is 3 and the angle with it is minus 33.9, okay. So this Z naught will be equal to the 40 ohm and 0 plus 33.9 degrees, which will ultimately give me Z naught equal to the 40 ohm with an angle of 33.9 degrees. So that is the total impedance which we can see from this transformed version here as well. So that is, this is basically the total impedance which is Z naught, okay. So let me convert into the rectangular form, because from here what I have to find out, the actual thing which I have to find out here is this Z of x. So here converting it into the rectangular form, let me use calculator here. So 40 and with an angle of 33.9, how much would it be? So that is 33.2, okay, 33.2 and 22.3, 33.2 plus j 22.3. So that is the Z naught. So what this Z naught is equal to, I have previously told you guys that this Z naught is also equal to the 2 plus Zx, okay. So Z naught is equal to 2 plus Z of x, and the quantity which I want to find out here is this Zx, which is now Z naught minus 2. So let me put these values here. So Zx is now 33.2 minus 2 plus j 22.3, or Z of x is equal to, this will be 31.2 plus j 22.3, okay. So that is the required impedance, okay. So now we can see that our whole circuit will be like this one. This is the resistance of 2 ohm, okay, which I had previously, and that is basically the voltage source which is of 120 volts with a 0 degrees, and the current is of 3 amps and minus 33.9 degrees, yes, 33.9 degrees, okay. So this was basically here, what was here, we had this black box, and inside of it we had to find out the value of Z of x. So now we can very clearly see here that the value of Zx here is 31.2 plus j 22.3. So this basically 31.2 is the value of the resistor, while this 22.3 is the imaginary term. So therefore it basically shows us the reactive element, as the value of j here is positive. So that's why this one is the inductive reactance, okay. So this is the whole impedance which will be inside this box. So therefore I can draw it like, the first element here is this resistor, while the second element will be in series with it, and that is the inductor, okay. So that is x of L, and that is now 22.3 ohm, okay, while this is the resistor and that is 31.2 ohm. Okay, so that is the end of our question, in which we have obtained this impedance from the conditions which are mentioned in our question here. Okay, that's it for today, and I will see you with some more interesting questions in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.